Hey, yo, what's good, what's good, what's good? Welcome to Reflections of a DJ, the R.O.A.D podcast, presented by DJ City and Beat Source. I'm one of your hosts, DJ Crooked. We got Jamie the Great in the building.
Yeah.
We have a special co-host today, hey. DJ P. Dot.
What's up, y'all?
What's good, fam?
Good to
and
see
rest
y'all.
in peace to our brother, DJ Never.
Never forever.
Yes, sir. And we got a special guest here. He's been producing edits for almost 10 years, maybe probably longer, but from what I know, it seems like 10 years. And you've probably definitely 100% heard his edits out there, and outside. If you've been outside, you've heard his shit.
For sure.
And he's really been having one heck of a year. You know, some of the DJs that's played his shit is like Skrillex, Fred Again, Kenny Beats, R.L. Grime, Bauer, Jyoti, Ape Drums, Four Color Zach, Hawk, Flostradamus, and like many more, I would imagine. And he's having a moment right now. He's went viral with Fred Again and Skrillex playing a Sandstorm Baila Funk edit in I think Mexico City and Paris.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Fire.
And he's also been going viral with Tinashe Nasty remix. Mm-hmm. That's at like 2 million streams on SoundCloud.
Crazy.
And Tinashe even reposted it herself. Congratulations to him. He's like booked his first US tour. He's wrapping it up in Portland, right?
Yep.
We're excited to have him here. The very talented Laotian producer and DJ Ballads.
Hey.
What's good, sir?
Hey, good to be here. Good to be here. Big fans.
Yeah, you're
yeah.
the first Laotian I've met.
Same.
Yeah. That's incredible. You know, the funny thing is, like, I don't even meet other Laotians as much,
No.
too. So whenever I see one in the wild, I'm just like, oh my God, my brother.
So there's not a big Laotian community in Portland?
No, not at all. It's just like,
It's his family.
it's just my family and like other family, but like, we stick close, you know, but no, it's not that big at all.
You have to stay close.
Yeah, we gotta stay close. Yeah, everyone's my cousin, my auntie, you know.
Yeah. You've been having quite a year, man.
Yeah, it's been crazy.
It's been, when it rains, it pours, right?
Yeah, for real.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
How was your US tour?
It's been great.
Yeah.
Got to play recently. I was just in New York for my first time.
Yeah, you got like a good 15 so dates that you just went all over the place,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Just went all over. Did LA, New York, Portland, Seattle.
So
all
is
those places.
this your first time kind of going out and like being able to play your edits in front of people?
Yeah,
and see real life
yeah.
reactions and stuff?
Yeah, it's very different for me because like when people come and see me, they expect to hear my edits, and I'm not used to playing my own songs out.
No, but you're like Calvin Harris now, right?
I guess, yeah. I'm
like-
I have like just my edits that I play out, and it's getting to the point where it's kind of like repetitive for me because like I'm just playing my same edits out.
But
So I'm
now
making
you're like the
VIPs.
Rolling Stones. You got to play Satisfaction every time.
Yeah, right. Yeah. For me,
time.
it's like Family Ties. I have to play my
You have
Family
to play-
Ties
yeah.
edit every single time.
That's maybe the first edit that really blew up. Your
Yeah.
Family Ties one?
Yep. Yeah. I posted that like 4 years ago. That was like my breakout moment. It was like literally the day I got fired from my job. I posted that edit, and then
Really?
it went crazy.
What did you do before?
So before I was working in the cannabis industry in Oregon.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Yeah, I was like deep in the cannabis industry for like 12 years.
Shit.
Yeah.
Doing like growing the shit or like what?
I didn't do any of the cultivation, but like I was more of like the business and like marketing and like management of like multiple stores and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, I worked for like one of the biggest retailers in Oregon, like helped start it basically.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wait, how did you start? Like, so you were just kind of producing and doing all this like for fun?
Yeah. This is all
As a hobby.
It's all been for fun. I mean, I did like kind of have a career before Ballads as another artist.
Really?
Yeah.
What was that name?
So before that, it's a goofy ass name. I was called Gang Signs.
Gang Signs.
okay.
Yeah,
From
so
Portland.
from Portland. Yeah, exactly. It was
Okay,
all-
I was wondering because I saw like one of your first edit packs on in Bandcamp was like Gang Signs.
Yep.
It was like 2015.
Yep.
So that was your name. I thought that was the name of the edit pack.
No. So Gang Signs was just like I literally like.
You was banging like that in Portland?
Yeah, well, yeah.
I mean, like, I wasn't personally, but all my cousins and stuff have a lot of trouble with that stuff.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There's
yeah.
like a Laotian gang scene in Portland?
Oh, I mean, there's gangs everywhere. I mean, Portland, like my cousin was deep in it, and he's just been like in and out of jail.
Oh shit!
Is it like neighborhoods or is it like Bloods and Crips?
It's like Bloods and Crips.
Oh, okay,
type
Bloods
shit.
and Crips.
Oh shit! Like there's Bloods that Crips that leak over there.
Oh yeah.
All the way to the East Coast, man.
Yeah.
Same gang.
Yeah,
Yep.
for sure. I didn't know it was in Portland.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's funny because when I DJ'd in Portland, they were like the biggest YG fans.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
Up there.
totally.
I was gonna say, was your family Bloods? Because I feel like
Right?
Asians are usually Bloods.
Yeah, what do you claim? What you claim?
I don't claim anything.
What set you claim, Ballads?
Yeah.
It's usually Asians go with the Samoans and all them. They go with the Bloods.
Yeah.
like all
They go with the Bloods.
Yeah, usually
Yeah.
Bloods.
Usually Bloods. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel is Portland kind of like are they like distant cousins of like California?
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, like the San Francisco, LA to Portland, like it's just so easy, and a lot of people just move.
So everyone's
back
kind of
and forth.
connected, huh?
Oh
like
yeah,
on that West Coast.
absolutely.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Take the Amtrak up, you'll be all right.
Yeah, because when I was DJing, I was like, God damn, they know every YG cut.
Yeah.
They know I was like, this is the most West Coast fucking shit, and it was like Portland.
Yep, Portland.
But I didn't know if it crept all the way up there.
Yep.
So wait, so what did you grow up on listening to in Portland?
I grew up listening to everything. I'm just like a big fan of music. Like my dad put me on to like soft rock growing up, and like I was listening to like R&B, like TLC and stuff from my cousins growing up, and yeah, just a big fan of just like music. I did like discovered being able to make friends through music, and that was like a really big thing for me, and like I just connected with like
How
other
was that,
Asian.
like what was the first shit that like you heard and got you connected to other people?
Oh man,
I know what you're saying though, because in the '90s when I was growing up, it's like if someone knew who Black Moon was, or if someone knew who like Socrates was,
Yeah.
or Arsonist, it was like, yo, you immediately kind of connected with a motherfucker.
Yeah,
you were
you're
like,
a
yo,
fan.
you.
It was like
this
a
is some
secret
real
club.
underground shit. Yeah.
Yeah, like back in the day, I just remember like watching like old MTV or like the box, even like old Fugees, like music videos and things like that. And that just, yeah, grew up listening to all that.
Hey, what's good? This is Crooked. We got Jamie the Great here.
Yeah.
We're here to let you know that we have launched our Patreon. And if you fuck with us,
Really fuck with us.
if you really fuck with us,
Some ride or die shit out
like
here.
if you're a roadie for life,
Not a casual.
no, I'll take a casual roadie.
Fuck a casual.
I'll take a casual roadie, but if you're a roadie for life, you're going to go to patreon.com/Road Podcast. That's patreon.com/Road Podcast.
One more time for the people in the back.
Patreon.com/Road Podcast.
Yes.
And you're going to sign up and you're going to get an extra episode with this membership.
Yep.
You're going to get early access to episodes. You're going to see behind the scenes vlogs.
Yep.
You're going to see extra interviews that we've never released.
Whoa, you're giving a lot of free shit going on.
A lot of free shit.
No,
Look,
Crooked.
this is our opportunity to like further build and enhance our community
Yes.
that we built with y'all. This is like a deeper dive into what we do and what goes on here. And you know, these extra episodes that we're gonna release a month on our Patreon, this is gonna go back to kind of the old school Road Podcast where we would talk about all our personal experiences and everything that's going on, from gigs to music to
The foundation of us.
everything.
Everything.
So if you want to show support, go to patreon.com/Road Podcast. That's patreon.com/Road Podcast. We'll see you there.
See you there.
So what influenced like all these edits and remixes of like Baila Funk, Jersey Club, you know, everything? You're all over the place.
Yeah.
UK Garage. Is it just, you know?
I'm a big fan of just club music all over the world. I've just kind of like been fascinated with like Jersey Club at first. That was like kind of my first love.
When did you get introduced to Jersey Club?
Jersey Club, I would probably say probably 2010, something like that.
So
yeah.
like the Cashmere Cat era.
Yeah, like pre Cashmere Cat, like DJ Slink is like one of my great homies. Like
Slink and Rel and all that.
Yeah, Rel. Yeah, I had a collab with Rel as Gang Signs back in the day.
Wow.
Yeah. And just like, I don't know, from listening to Jersey Club and hearing that, and then hearing other club sounds from other regions around the world, it's just super fascinating to me. And I guess I just like finally tried to make it one day.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
What program?
I use Ableton.
Ableton.
Yep.
From the jump, you use Ableton?
I've so like my
Be honest.
yeah my
How many times did you download Fruity Loops for free?
yeah. So my production history is when I was young, I was playing in bands, and I was like learning how to record bands, and like I used everything from like Pro Tools to Sonar to FL Studio, Reason. I've literally used all of them.
Yeah, but like probably like late 2000s, Ableton was the program.
Yeah, it's just where I like. It was the last one that I tried out, and it just stuck. And if it works, I had.
Yeah, because at that time it was like the fastest. Probably like you could just quantize everything, anything. You didn't have to like externally record anything. You just drag and drop. Like that was like the first time people were doing like actual mixtapes, right? On Ableton.
Yeah, on Ableton.
Because you could just manipulate whatever
some
BPMs you want.
Some DJs were DJing on Ableton as well.
Yeah, actually, I started DJing on Ableton.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah.
I think the first time I saw Flosstradamus at Tao, they were on Ableton.
Yeah, for a long time.
Speaking of Flosstradamus, like as Gang Signs with that other career, I kind of caught that EDM trap wave right when Flosstradamus got really big.
Yeah.
So,
but it was like the second generation EDM wave where it was like the dubstep.
Yeah.
The bass music wave.
Yeah. I caught that wave as Gang Signs, and then like a few years ago, I just decided I feel goofy be calling myself Gang Signs and stuff.
It's like Kenny Beats. What was his name before?
Loud Pack.
Yeah, but Gang Signs sounds crazy.
Yeah, it sounds crazy. No, like dead ass. Like,
but you look at Kenny and then you see Loud Pack.
Like my girlfriend would like tell her friends about me, and like, what's his DJ name? Gang Signs? Like, I was so embarrassed.
Where did that come from? Though?
It was just like I was making EDM trap music, and I was like, I heard Flosstradamus on like Diplo BBC radio, and like it blew my mind. I was like, oh, it's EDM with 808s, and I'm gonna try that. And then it was back in the day when like having a gimmicky name was like a thing. Like there was like that other producer, really big, Uzi. He had like weird like characters as his like
the omega signs.
Like when I was Gang Signs, I had like dollar signs in it too.
Oh yeah,
it's so goofy. Now that I talk about it, it's so goofy.
So A$AP Rocky of you.
I feel like every producer had that, like an early kind of like coming of age producer name, and then they kind of like matured and developed their sound. And rebranded, right? That's interesting. So wait. So you've been doing production all of this time. Who are some of the producers that like really influenced you early on?
Early on, I mean, as far as like electronic music, like Daft Punk was a huge inspiration for me. Like I remember being in middle school and like being in the football team, and like they would make fun of me for listening to it. They're like, "You're listening to techno," and like I don't know, like I've always stuck with like Daft Punk, and then like I soon like obviously I started going to EDM shows, started seeing like Skrillex and stuff. Skrillex, obviously a big inspiration. Like me and him kind of come from like the like punk scene too, or like the band scene. So like seeing that was really cool for me. And
he's a real DJ too,
oh yeah,
which is dope.
Yeah, and he's like so passionate about it, and it's so inspiring. Inspiring.
It's funny because you're one of the few like producers and editors where your music is like aggressively like has a high energy to them. And it's like usually I'll hear a lot of remixes and I'm like, oh man, like why did they do a breakdown here? Why did this build up hit like that? But yours is like you really understand how club music works. Is that from just being at real shows or just like kind of listening? Cause
it's definitely from a combination of both.
Cause fam, like I hear a lot of Baile Funk and Jersey Club remixes, and you know exactly when the drop shit hit.
Oh yeah,
and also when to catch people off guard, like shit, that hit right there, right?
Smacks you in the face.
Yeah, it's really good. Like it's really like.
Thank you. It's just like being in the clubs and hearing it. Just like I don't know, like I feel like I've been training to make Jersey Club like the last 10 plus years now. And like, I've had just like a lot of feedback. I actually did like it was like during the pandemic, there was a huge Jersey Club producer battle that we did. And it was like me versus a bunch of people actually in Jersey. I got bodied, but like I learned a lot from that. And I mean, also like another thing too, is like one of my strongest suits, like, I would say is just like my structuring. I'm just good at structuring songs, I guess. Like people compliment that, like as far as like the structures of the song and how it flows and things like that.
Yeah.
Do you test out your songs before you release them? Like
Yes.
at work?
Absolutely. Yeah. I always drop like, I always do like before a show, I'll make a couple edits and then I'll test it out at the show. And then I'll like release it on Patreon for other people to test it out too. And I'll get feedback from that too.
Oh, nice.
Yep. Yep.
Wait, so like, did you come up DJing like locally, or did you like?
Yeah. So I was DJ, like I was kind of forced into DJing as far as like I was just a producer and then people wanted to book me and stuff. So I was like started to get into DJing. I started throwing like.
So you weren't DJing like before production?
No, not at all.
Right.
Yeah.
So you would put yourself like producer and then DJ.
Yeah,
secondary,
absolutely.
right?
Yeah. I always like warn people and like, yo, like I'm sorry that I'm like, if you come see me and I'm like not a crazy ass DJ, but like I'm a producer first. Like,
Yeah.
I was just like, let people know that.
But what kind of DJ do you want to be?
I don't know.
And with that question, what kind of producer do you want to be?
Yeah. I mean, ultimately, like I want my like production to lead to like official remixes.
Yeah.
That's like the ultimate goal. And as far as being a DJ, like I definitely want to be like good at it. And like, I don't know, I don't think I'm the best at anything. I'm just like a dude.
Well, who's like a skill level you want to get to?
Yeah, who inspires you? Like that's the guy.
Like DJ wise,
DJ-wise.
I would say it's been a while since he's DJ'd, but Cashmere Cat is a big inspiration to like my mixing style.
Really?
Yeah, like long blends and like key changes and stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which is kind of like old school, like house disco.
Yeah.
Right? Just doing like 64 bar blends or something.
Yep. Long
Which I
blends.
love.
Yeah.
I love that too.
Yeah.
But you're also like and with stems and everything, you can manipulate the drums and all that.
Yep.
Which is like to me the really perfect way to mix EDM and house.
Yeah.
Especially house.
But yeah, sometimes I hear like open format DJs and the way they DJ EDM or house.
Yeah.
It's just too much scratching and like just blatant looping. It's not smooth at all. It's hard to like vibe out to that shit.
Yeah, I guess I just like have the producer ear. So like when I'm doing long blends, it's just like me playing around, like doing producing, you know? Yeah.
So wait, when you, how long does it take for you to produce a track?
It's really quick.
Is it?
Yeah. So like my work ethic is very interesting.
I was gonna ask you about that.
Yeah. So like I'm very different about my work ethic because I was doing a lot of like work before like as gang signs, and I was getting like really, really burnt out. Like I was trying to treat like my production like a job. Like I'd wake up 9 to 5, work on music, and like that burnout did not feel good.
You dropped like a gang signs like edit pack in 2019, and the shit had 30 tracks in it.
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is this? Like that must, even as like a DJ, like digesting and like downloading music, I don't want to download 30 tracks.
Yeah.
Like that shit is like work.
It's a work. You got to go sift through it all.
Yeah. Because that's like what, 30, if you have to go through 30 tracks and see which one you like, and then you have to put cue points and then put them in the right crates, that's easily an hour. Right?
Oh yeah.
I would say 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
So 2015, 16, you drop your first gang signs EPs.
Yep.
And then there's a gap, 17, 18. And then 19, you drop this 30 track edit pack, right?
Yep.
Was that like a compilation of all the past 3 years?
Yeah, basically.
Basically.
Yeah. So like basically it's like I'm very manic when I work. It's just like since I'm like not a big fan of like the burnout, and like I'm just really all about like just trying to take care of myself mentally, because with all this like production and like DJing and stuff, there's like I did go through a very like mental health journey. And
What do you think it is about producing that kind of leads to that?
it's just like I just see like overworking yourself, and like having like, you know, imposter syndrome, and like, you know, self-doubt and all things like that.
Because you're not the first producer I've heard say that.
Yeah.
And like even Eccentric talks about that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
In his episode.
Yeah, he talked about.
Yeah, that's my bro.
But yeah,
Mentorship.
what is it? What do you think? I'm just trying to like, if we could dig deep a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like,
you're okay with that.
Yeah, no, I love that.
I think
yeah.
there's a couple things involved, right? You're sitting in front of a computer for hours, maybe.
Yep.
And you're not getting any type of gratification or validation for anything.
Yep.
And even if you make something great and you think it's great, it's like no one's gonna hear it.
Yep.
And so but you have to constantly keep making it. And it almost seems like you're on a treadmill going nowhere, right?
Yep,
Like
absolutely.
nothing's moving forward.
Yep.
Hamster
So,
wheel.
and then every day or every week or every month that goes forward, you're like, why am I doing this?
Yep.
And you have to remind yourself you love it.
Yep. Exactly.
Is that, and
Yeah.
then,
So basically, my journey was like I got burnt out, and I had to take a step back and just like find my love for music again. Like I had to like step back and like become a fan again. Like I forgot what it felt like to be a fan of music and to just listen to it and enjoy it and why I love music. And it's just deep inside. I just do it because I love it.
so
You know?
what helped get you into that headspace?
I mean, years of therapy, obviously.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. I actually like a big reason why I did go to therapy was because like, you know, I had a music career and, you know, I was like really in my head about it, about like overworking myself or like.
But this is why you had a regular job.
Yeah. But also like, it also felt like music production eventually felt like a day job too.
Right.
And just like in comparison, like at the end of the day, they're basically the same thing. I just don't have a boss and versus at a day job, you know? Yeah.
Which is harder too. Is like, I get with the producer, like especially nowadays, like you're all alone. You're
Yep.
not working with anybody.
Yep.
And
the
that's got to be
isolation.
the isolation, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's lonely as hell.
It's really lonely.
Yeah.
It's almost like, you're like on the deserted island,
Yep.
like fending for yourself.
Yep.
And then you spend the whole day inside the house, and then you go outside at nighttime. You're like, where the fuck did the day go? And it's just
Exactly.
yeah, like I wasted a whole last day.
Yeah.
I feel that same way. Like when I'm making YouTube content, like I'll spend like a whole day like shooting. I'll spend a whole day editing, and it's like I don't know if these are even gonna hit, or I don't know if they're gonna do well. But I'm just gonna keep going until like, you know, you finally hit something. And I'm same thing. I'm just sitting there by myself, sitting in front of a screen, clicking away, and then
Yep.
the hours just melt.
Yeah. It just feels like a regular job, and
Yeah.
like you know, like everyone gets burnt out of their day job. You know, they're like, and also when you're like as a day job, like there's times where you feel like you're never gonna get that promotion. You're
Yeah.
never gonna get, you know.
Did you feel like this when you were only producing, or did you feel like this when you were producing and you're testing things out as a DJ? When you're kind of getting the approval from the people that this sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it's definitely both. Like, it's just like there's just always like a piece of self-doubt that's always just kind of hanging, you know, and like it's hard to navigate that with like people coming at you, you know, like thanking you for your stuff or like not even getting thanked for anything because like, you know, it is a thankless job too.
It's a very thankless job,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
You're just like hoping and praying an artist notices you
Yeah, exactly.
for like these hours or days of work that you put into a remix that you're not going to get paid for.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So
yeah.
you're like, and I feel like a lot of producers become disgruntled, right?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
I've seen you kind of go off on Twitter a little bit.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, that
I'm not going to pick anything in particular.
No,
but,
yeah, but that actually was like a really that whole thing was a big eye opener for me too.
Really?
As far as like social media and how
Yeah.
social media operates, and especially on Twitter. I just think Twitter is just hell on earth now. It's just
Are you a Threads guy now?
I'm not even on Threads. I know DJ Threads is huge. Like
In the worst way.
Yeah,
It's very
the DJ world.
in the worst way.
DJ talking Twitter is crazy.
I'm on Threads quite a bit now instead of Twitter, just because
Yeah.
like Twitter is like, yeah, like you said, it's like a cesspool now. It's like ads for stuff or
Yeah.
like engagement bait, and like you
Yeah.
don't get that same kind of like news or people sharing actual.
That's what I love about Twitter. You
Yeah.
get the news and stuff like that.
But,
Now
you know,
it's just
yeah.
like fucking a shit show.
It's
People
so hard
are
to
just
see
so
that.
reactionary on there. They just like everything on that website is made to get a reaction out of you. And when like I tweet some stuff, they know to boost that because it's gonna get interactions.
Yeah, it's rough because it's like I don't know you, so like my first impression of you is your Twitter.
Yeah.
So I always like look at like DJs' Twitters, and I'm just like, why are you sharing this?
Yeah.
You know, sometimes
totally.
I'm just I want to like DM them or call them.
Yeah.
Be like, bro, just don't.
Yeah.
Or like, you know, like,
You don't have to do it.
you know,
Yeah,
you don't have to
totally.
do this. You
Yeah,
don't have to
totally.
say this. You know, like everything you're feeling, like text it into a group chat.
Oh yeah, totally.
You know what I'm
Or your
saying? Like,
closest
don't
friend. Call
fucking
your
put this shit
therapist.
out there.
You know, my new thing is I can't tweet before I take my medication.
Wow.
Yep.
Since
Yep.
you started therapy.
Yep.
And how does it? I mean, I don't know anything about, like, I don't know, like
Yeah, mental health and
antidepressants.
stuff. Yeah.
Well, I've been to a therapist, but
Yeah.
I've never taken.
Just 5 years ago, I was like before I rebranded as Ballads, I was literally like in the mud, and like one day I just like I just asked for help, and and
Who'd you ask for help from?
I asked my parents, and then I started reaching out to like just doctors, and just
Did your parents help you?
they helped me guide me to like the right places, but like they were just more supportive than anything.
But are they like they're not first generation here?
No.
So like, is it hard? Is it a hard
Yeah,
concept?
it's very hard
That's
for
what I'm
them.
asking.
Yeah. My parents like
I told my mother
Yeah.
I went to therapy. She was just like, she thought I was like really weak.
Yeah.
You know, like,
no.
That's tough
Like, you
for
got-
any.
Yo,
Any
I
first
told my
band.
mom.
Like,
I told my mom the same thing, and she was like, "Just don't think about it." I was like, "Oh shit, why didn't I think about that?"
Yeah.
It's like, you're so sensitive.
Yeah.
Like, you know?
Exactly. No,
And
like having Asian parents, like
I don't blame them.
they
I don't blame
they
her
didn't
at all.
understand it until
Yeah.
like
I think
they,
immigrant parents.
Yeah,
in
they
general.
didn't understand it until they like physically saw me in like such a bad place.
Right.
Yeah.
It's so funny how it can affect you physically, right?
Yep.
Oh,
totally.
that's the craziest one. Yeah.
Totally.
The depression and the stress.
Yep.
It's really insane.
You were never suicidal? Sorry, I'm asking.
No, I was. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
funny
yeah.
we're recording this today, and it's a suicide prevention.
Yep.
day
Yep.
today.
There you go.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy. Though. Speaking.
Yeah,
of
yeah,
God's
definitely.
timing.
It was like a thing, and it's like, even like to like, I guess be transparent is like, even as I'm feeling all this success or things going on with my career right now, there are moments where I'm like, in my head, I don't know why, there's like a little bug in my head that's just like, dude, you could just go right now. Like, you could just,
It's the addiction to chaos.
yeah.
It's the always has been a shit show, and it's been just bad, and then you get some, and you're like waiting for the downfall. I have
Yeah.
the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm addicted to chaos where I'm looking for something to snap.
Yeah.
and everything just goes
Yeah, it's
away.
like what goes up must come down
Yes.
type shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I constantly think like that.
okay. then
I
we're on
can't
the
even-
same
Yeah,
boat.
yeah, for
No,
sure.
but I mean, I just constantly think when something's going good, I just think I have to work on the next thing. And like,
When this falls off, you have something.
you know, I'll talk
Exactly.
to him about something that's great and he'll like celebrate. And I'll
Yep.
just be like, no, let's work on this.
Yep.
Well,
But there's no time to celebrate because it's like, this shit's going to end and we have to be ready for the next shit.
I think that has something to do with like this line of work too. Anything entertainment wise is like it's every day you can't be taken for granted. Like it could all go away
Yeah.
the next day, and I think
Yeah.
we all think about that in the back of our head, even though we don't like to say that we're thinking about it. Even when we're celebrating or even when we're planning for the
I mean,
next
part
thing.
of DJ sets when you're DJing and then you're having a great set, and then one song just train wrecks, and you're like, "Well, how to fucking get back into the point?"
Yeah.
Like there's a dip fall there.
Yeah.
But it's also, I feel like technology has a play into it, right?
Oh, 1,000%.
It's just like, you know, when you're a producer or a DJ, you have to do everything yourself.
Yep.
Yeah.
You have to get your logo, you have to get
Yep.
trademarked, you have to do all your socials. You have to, once you finish the track, it's not there. You got to get
Yep.
the artwork. Am I going to animate the artwork, do videos? Then I got to post it on, like, when you're posting a track, you got to do it on, I don't know, how many different platforms.
exactly.
When you're marketing a track, you have to do it on how many different platforms.
Yep.
And then you're just kind of praying that lightning is going to strike, and
Yep.
you know, and you're like, how many likes is this going to get? How many listens is it going to get? Mm-hmm. It's a lot.
It is a lot. And I just, I feel nothing but empathy for like every single producer, DJ out there that it just feels burnt out because we have to wear so many hats. And like, I literally know so many talented people that are just overworking themselves right now and just, they feel like they're in the dumps. And like, I want to help them and I want things to be better, but like,
I
Yeah.
think you sharing this and being so transparent
Yeah.
is like, you know.
Thank you for being vulnerable.
yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm all about being transparent as possible. Yeah.
You know, you had a Twitter and an Instagram post.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm just gonna
absolutely.
read this, you know. You said a couple months ago, I put out an SOS pack saying how this isn't sustainable for me anymore and I need to find a day job. Then Skrillex support happened, Tinashe repost, and so much more happened. Now I'm getting booked left and right, international soon. I'm so thankful. And then in the caption for that, you said, I was fired from my job 2 years ago. And that day I posted my Family Ties edit. That edit took off more than I could ever imagine. That track made me decide to focus on edits in Bandcamp. While being unemployed, I was so down bad financially, and Bandcamp kept me afloat. Thank you, everyone who supported me on that platform. It truly means the world to me. I have bookings until the end of the year and some huge announcements coming up. So looks like I'm going to have to hold off on that job. Thank you, everyone, especially all the DJs around the world who play my edits. Couldn't have asked for better timing with all of this.
Yep.
It's been quite a ride.
Been an absolutely crazy ride, yeah.
The last 5 years for you has been just a roller coaster of ups and downs.
Yeah, for like nothing but a roller coaster, and right when I was starting Ballads, it was like probably the lowest moment I've had ever in like my life, career, everything. Like
you started Ballads like 2020?
Yeah, around 2020.
Right.
Yeah. It was originally supposed to be like a vocal project. It was just me on some beats and doing vocal stuff.
Like original work.
Yeah,
Like
like original. Yeah. Like I, if you go to my Spotify, you could find like my originals on there. Like I have like an album and an EP out there that is just originals. One of them I sing on and do vocals on, and the
Is
other
it
one,
auto-tune or are you like
I do a little auto-tune. Yeah. The second one is just like all like K-Tronada type like stuff. Yeah, that's another big influence too. It's K-Tronada.
I mean, looking back on, all of this and everything you posted, like, how do you feel about it?
Yeah, I'm like I said, I feel incredibly thankful, and I feel really lucky.
Are you enjoying this right now?
Yeah, I'm definitely enjoying it. Like, I get to travel, off my music and meet new people. Like, it's kind of crazy to be on this podcast because like I've been watching y'all for so long, and like I've even manifested in my head a long time ago. Like I want to be on that podcast one day.
Hey,
Yeah.
Well, good looking out for Adam.
Yeah,
reaching
shout out
right?
Adam. Yeah. I feel super lucky.
Well, you're
and-
finally getting like, validation.
Yeah, totally.
And it's gratifying, right?
Yeah, totally.
It's you're finally seeing all the fruits of your labor
Totally.
coming together.
I kind of see it as like, I don't know. It's just like, I kind of see it as like just the pieces falling into place at the right time, right place, than just like my pure just hard work. Because honestly, I don't really work that hard.
Nobody needs to know that, bro.
I had a question for you with this tour like wrapping up now.
Yeah.
How has you being on the road changed the way you produce music and like your workflow as far as making sure you're still putting out new stuff?
Yeah.
Definitely when I'm club testing, I've definitely realized like some edits are too long. Yeah, I've been like going back and like shortening edits lately, and like just seeing how the crowd reacts to certain drops and stuff and timing and things like that. It's just like I'll take note of that, and then I'll like go home and fix it or something like that. And like I'll get people that play my edits that will text me, yo, this part seems a little long. Like Olea from Selection, he was like texting me recently. He was like, yo, your Sango edit is a little too long. I need you to cut that down. I was like, word, okay. Yeah. So yeah, just like club tests is like the ultimate thing. The funny thing is like I didn't start club testing until like this year.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Do you see that as like a big change in like the way you think about making new stuff?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like whenever I make new music, I just picture the club and how the energy is and how the crowd would react to it. And like, I just keep looking for like just energy in the room basically, or imagine it too. Yeah.
How do you know which songs to make remixes of? Is it whatever speaks to you, or do you kind of like be like, yo, this is kind of trending?
It's a little bit of both. It's mainly what speaks to me, because like how I work too is like I do whatever like feels right to me, and like I try to listen to. It's weird to say, like I try to listen to my heart and my mind, and like if it feels right, I'm gonna do an edit to it. But like, there's just some stuff that I just won't touch because it's just so good that I won't even.
Really?
Yeah. A lot of like, even like for me, like I like a lot of like the new Tommy Richmond stuff, and I was like, people are asking me for edits of it. I was like, I just can't touch it. And also like Eccentric already like bodied that shit.
When they're approaching a remix, because
Yeah.
I was just curious.
Yeah.
You float around between Jersey Club,
Yep.
like UK Garage, you know, regular house,
Yep.
even like Miami bass, Atlanta bass, and then you do Baila Funk, and then you do like twerk, and then you do like R&B drill.
Yep.
How do you know what to do with what song and how to remix it?
Yeah.
Because I was wondering, like, your Tinashe remix that went viral. Before I even heard it, I'm like, oh, this is going to be Baila Funk. Because you've been smashing
I've been
it so
doing that.
hard with
Yep,
Baila
yep,
Funk.
yep.
And it was just kind of like this regular
house.
house
exactly.
remix.
Yep,
yeah.
yep. It's honestly, I just make a couple different versions. I like.
Oh, so you are testing them all out.
Yeah. Like there's usually a couple different versions of the track. Like I'll start off doing different genres, and whatever clicks with me, I'll just stick with it.
Do you keep some of those VIPs for you to play out?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I usually keep those as VIPs, and I'll just throw them on the Patreon for people to.
Oh, dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so funny. I was like looking through your whole Bandcamp catalog. It's weird because obviously, if we have like someone like Jermaine Dupri on, I'll look at their discography, like on Google, or like for like editors and producers such as yourself, it's like Bandcamp is like your history.
Yep, absolutely.
So it's like
That's your
I'm just
Spotify.
I'm studying your whole like the trajectory of your whole career.
Yeah.
And your whole work on Bandcamp.
Yep. It's all on
Or
there.
SoundCloud,
Yep,
right?
Yep. Yeah, SoundCloud. Yeah, like I've been on SoundCloud since like almost day one. Like, it's kind of funny. Like, there's like a group of us call us like we're like OG SoundCloud people. It's like even like Spider Tech, you know. Yeah.
Shout to Spider Tech.
Yeah, shout out Spider Tech. Yeah, I've been on that platform for so long that like I've just like made a connection with so many other producers and stuff, and I got to see myself grow and watch other people grow on, like, especially on SoundCloud. I didn't really focus on Bandcamp until like 2 years ago. Yeah.
And so like with this group, do you guys send each other your edits and give feedback? And,
Oh yeah,
and
absolutely.
critique?
Yeah.
So that's really important, right?
Yeah. There's like there's a SoundCloud Illuminati group out there on
shit.
WhatsApp and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who's in that?
I mean,
Dun.
yeah, dun.
How many DJs in there? How many
A
producers?
bunch. Yeah, it's a bunch. It's just like, I mean, it's probably like I'm not a part of it, but like I know other people that are a part of it, but like.
That's something that someone that is in it would say.
Trying to throw us off.
It's just, everyone you see on SoundCloud that makes edits, like we all like talk to each other, which is
That's
cool.
crazy.
Yeah, the edit community is very real. We really like talk to each other and like support each other. It's really cool. Like they like welcomed me with open arms when I started.
I was talking with Mike Nasty from Brooklyn.
Yeah, Mike.
And he does a lot of production as well. But he promotes and he DJs a ton of fucking parties.
Yep.
But it's seasonal.
Yeah.
It's like spring through summer and maybe some of fall. But then he takes like 3 months off. Maybe like November, December, January, and February. And during that time, he does production. And he focuses on that shit and he takes some time off.
I love his stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was wondering like what your work ethic was. Obviously, you were telling me you were killing yourself in 2019 and before.
Yeah.
But how has your work ethic changed throughout the past maybe 10 years?
Yeah.
And what is it like now? And after touring, what do you think how are you going to change it? Working with Adam and setting up tour dates. Obviously, summer is like the best time.
Yep.
So it's like I was talking to Mike Nasty. I'm like, I notice you're always dropping something like in the spring, early spring, or the end of winter, like February, March, April, and then having that kind of maybe stimulate bookings for the summer.
Yep. Yeah, that's basically how it is right now.
Is that right? Is that like the production and workflow that you've always kind of approached, or is that how you're going to approach it now, like moving forward?
I guess like within the last year, I've been kind of focusing on the seasonal drops.
Right.
Yeah. I guess like I had this idea of just doing seasonal drops as like different styles of music every season. Like this summer season was like all about Miami bass, Atlanta bass. And like, I have no idea what the next season's going to be all about yet. But I've been trying to kind of lean into more like UKG house stuff. But yeah, my work ethic, honestly, like it's all about taking care of myself mentally and physically, and like I don't overwork myself. Like honestly,
you set like a time limit of how much you produce every day?
Kinda. It's just more of like I just hang out, smoke weed, and hang out with my dog all day, and then I get like this manic urge to produce, and I'll spend like seriously like 6 hours, and I'll knock out like 3 edits from there, and who knows when that manic producing stage will come back. But like I usually like knock out like 3 or 4 edits when I do.
And are you picking these songs like while you're out in the world, like just screenshotting a Shazam?
Yep.
Like,
yeah. I'll just like hear something and I'll write it down or screenshot it.
It's so crazy. Like my whole photo album is nothing but screenshots.
Yep.
Of songs, Shazams, and like different shit. It's like I remember like I was like going through pictures with like with my sister because we were looking at some shit. She's like, "What the fuck is all of these screenshots?"
That's weird.
There was like no real. There was like no real pictures at all. It was just like all these songs that I'm trying to remember. And so you're doing the same exact thing.
Yeah, I'm doing the same exact thing. I'm just screenshotting. Like even like I'm a big like Twitch user, so I'm like always like on Twitch and like watching DJs and checking them out.
Are you on Twitch?
I was on Twitch for a minute. I was like streaming, doing DJ stuff, doing production. At the beginning of the pandemic, my production streams were like popping. It was great. But now like Twitch is as a platform has kind of like leveled out. Yeah. So I could use, there's like a Shazam add-on for Google Chrome, and I just use that shit and like.
So you're listening to Twitch all the time?
Oh yeah. I'm like listening to mixes all the time and like.
So are you listening to like Boiler Room all the time?
Not all the time, but like.
Because I was asking, like, I'm only asking. I don't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah.
But like, I see this new generation of DJs coming up in the last maybe I don't know, like 8 years, and it seems like the goal for all these DJs are to be a Boiler Room DJ.
Right.
And I was wondering, is like, do you want to be a Boiler Room DJ?
I mean, ultimately, like, it's always been a dream of mine.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to play it, but I don't know. I feel like the landscape of just being like a YouTube DJ, like just having viral moments is like has changed so much. It's just like all having those clips, you know?
Explain.
Like, I don't know. It's just like a lot of people just want to have cool clips of them DJing.
Right.
And, and
it doesn't seem like, what does it seem like, smoke and mirrors? Or
it feels like smoke and mirrors for me, at least, like, I don't know, like Eccentric has this problem too. Like a lot of people have these like viral moments, and then they're playing like Eccentric song and they were never tagged in it, or things like that. Yeah.
These DJs that are on YouTube or on Boiler Room or on these like I don't know live mixes that I'm seeing, like these apartment room mixes.
Yep. Those are huge right now. Yeah.
Or like
there's a laundromat one now.
A laundromat, a dry cleaner, an elevator.
Elevator.
Yeah.
I saw Bodega one the other day.
Yeah, it's just changed so much. There's like everyone has their own boiler room now. So,
right.
Yeah.
It makes sense though, right? Because it's like I'll never be on Boiler Room. Yeah. So I'm going to create my own Boiler Room.
Exactly.
But they're playing these, remixes, and there is this disconnect from the viewership, right?
Yep.
Who isn't educated.
Yep.
And they're, obviously ignorant, but not in a bad way. They just don't know.
Yep.
So they think this DJ's playing, this remix, but doing it in real time. Which kind of attributes to what Alicia Keys was kind of saying. I feel like that everyone was like hating on Alicia Keys when she was like, what do DJs do? Because they're just playing these edits, right? These remixes.
Exactly. Yeah,
and I feel like she was watching one of these like YouTube mixes. Yeah. And she's like, what the fuck? They're not doing that shit live.
Yeah, they're just edits.
But there's this disconnect. But she knows because she's a studio head, right? So she's like, what is this thing that I'm watching?
It's like she's definitely heard Be Faithful before. You knew what that was, Alicia.
But it's a different concept, right?
Yeah.
It's like, because there's that disconnect, because like the viewer nowadays are just watching it. They're like, I can't believe that DJ did that. That shit was crazy.
Exactly.
But I mean, do you think that there wasn't somebody in the club like in the late 90s that heard Be Faithful for the first time and was like, oh my God, they're putting all these songs together. That's crazy.
I don't know, because it was like at that time, the technology didn't exist. So like when you heard someone yelling over some shit and you saw the vinyl playing, you're just like, yo, that's that vinyl song. So someone recorded that shit. But like, I don't think that concept of like he's doing this shit live existed, because the only thing that you would have heard live was like those kind of crude like Kid Capri blends You know,
Yeah.
something about the way you make me feel, and he's like scratching the beat live, and you're just kind of like, oh shit, you know. So we wouldn't have been introduced to that concept until the 2000s when Serato came, and people were just making their own edits and like blends at that time, and that's like the Holotronics board and all of that shit emerged. But like now, there's another disconnect, and these DJs on those YouTube videos are kind of taking advantage of the ignorance.
Yeah.
And they're taking advantage of the disconnect.
Totally.
And just being like, well, yeah, I was, you know, like that was a dope mix. Like, thanks.
Yep.
You know, it's not like being like, oh, that's not I didn't do that live.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need to explain everything, right? I don't need to, I don't need to let you know how everything's cooked and what's involved.
Right.
So they're kind of like capitalizing off of that.
Yeah, totally. Like funny story. Like I was recently talking to a friend, and they're like, "Oh yeah, my friends saw this YouTube DJ. They're gonna go see them live." And I thought it was this producer out in Australia called Zanny Wolf. It turns out it wasn't Zanny Wolf. It was
Zanny Wolf. Yeah, he has a great Ice Spice by the Funk remix. I love that.
Yeah, he thought they were gonna go see Zanny Wolf. I was like, oh, that's crazy. Zanny Wolf's in the States, but it was just a DJ playing a Zanny Wolf song.
Just one song.
Just one song.
You have imitation ballads out there, huh? You have some guys.
Doing some
shows off of your name.
No, not like DJs, but I think there's like other ballads as far as like in Germany. There's like a band. I think there's one in Canada too.
Like for sure. I bless my song there.
That's mine.
Yeah, I might have to start putting US by my name. Ballads
I was searching your name to try to find information.
Yeah, I gotta work on my SEO.
Oh my god, bro!
I gotta work on my
ballads,
SEO.
and there was like this guy singing, and I was like, that's not it. And I put ballads music. It was a playlist of ballads, just a playlist of ballads.
I gotta work on my SEO. Right now, I'm just kind of like trying to make it just like all just ballads music, just as one word. But
so when you see like these DJs going viral, you know, off of like let's say an edit you make or whatever, and they don't tag you or anything, does that just get under your skin?
Me personally, not really.
Nah.
Yeah, like
just kind of like the love.
Yeah, I at the end of the day, I appreciate it. You know, like I'm not used to people playing my music.
Yeah.
Like it's still very new to me. So like
you're more so like, oh, the people liked it.
Yeah.
Then
I'm like, thanks. Yeah, thanks. But like if you do tag me, like I'll definitely like DM you and be like, yo, thank you. Here's my entire discography. Take whatever you want.
Well, like how did you hear Skrillex and like Fred again playing your Sandstorm Baile Funk remix in Paris and
that was
Mexico City?
That was a Twitter tag and Instagram tags.
So the video went out and then everyone tagged you in the replies?
Every weekend I just get my inbox is just full of like DJs playing my stuff out.
That's
and
crazy.
and then I'll just see who's playing it, and then one day it was Skrillex playing it in Mexico and Paris, and I was like, what the hell is going on? Like I don't even know how he got it. Yeah.
What a difference a year makes.
Yeah, right.
So wait, I was like, you know, on your Bandcamp, I bought a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
You know, I realized I was like, oh, I don't have this. By the way, one of your edit packs I really love.
Oh, thank you.
There's a few that I really fucking love, but one of them, the Better Times edit pack.
Oh yeah.
There's a Nuck If You Buck by Le Funk remix.
Yep.
So fucking good.
Thank you.
The Make It Rain Vault remix.
Yep.
That's fucking great.
Thank you.
And then the Let's Do It, the Miami bass one. Like you just murdered this like crunk like
Waka Flocka.
Yeah, it was
it was just you just murdered all of these tracks. And
that
I
was like
just
my favorite era of like music. Yeah, totally.
You do more of that shit.
Totally. Yeah, the Let's Do It edit I've been playing out, and it just goes.
That shit is aggressive.
Yeah.
That is some like that shit is aggressive.
Yeah, that shit's aggressive by itself.
Yeah.
I can't picture on that.
Yeah, totally. Like
you're in the zone.
Yeah.
When you're DJing, you're in the fucking zone. You're like Alanis Morissette when you're like going crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just like in the zone. Yeah. Just like in my own world, you know?
No, because he's shaking. He's going into it. And I'm like, damn. He's like, he's having like convulsions and shit.
Yeah.
He's into it, you know?
Yeah, I guess like it comes from my my punk and hardcore background.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I was told growing up like to have like stage presence, and is a big part of like my identity as like an artist. Just growing up is just having good stage presence, and it's like leaked over into like my DJ stuff.
But I like it better than like the typical EDM or like everyone's doing air drumming,
Yeah.
or
I'm
everyone's
on
like doing
piano,
this weird shit. Like you're just kind of like just wilding the fuck out.
I'm just like having fun. It's
And,
just like
I fuck with that more because
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, this motherfucker's feeling the music.
yeah.
And
It's
yeah.
like more organic and more.
It is
just, like,
organic.
Totally.
Yeah.
Ultimately, I just want my shows or parties to feel like a house party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
back to this Sandstorm by LaFunk remix.
Yeah.
I was so like, obviously I downloaded that great Better Times edit pack.
Yep,
Look,
yep.
if you want a great edit pack, and this is like a banger, it's well
Thank you.
worth, I don't know, the $6 or
Yeah.
$5
Yeah.
that
It's 5 mics.
Fine, thanks.
no, it's amazing.
Thank you. Thank
Like
you.
that's a great fucking edit pack. And you have some great ones too. I really love the Show Me Love, the
Yep.
Drake Massive.
Yep.
And then you have like the UK Garage Flips Volume 1 and 2.
Yep.
That's great too. But I could not find the Sandstorm
Oh yeah.
by LaFunk remix. And I was looking all over for it. And I thought I was going crazy because I was like, you know, maybe he misspelled it because he
Yeah,
didn't,
yeah.
you know, or whatever, but I couldn't find that shit. So what's going on with that remix?
Yeah,
Because this is like becoming, if the Family Ties by LaFunk remix was huge and a big monumental point for you, this has got to be the second monumental
Oh
point
yeah.
for you, right?
Definitely. Like, you know, like people like Skrillex and, you know, Kenny Beats playing it. It's crazy to me. It's even crazier because like I literally made that edit in like 20 minutes. Shout out to like Trop Killer's sample pack on Splice. Like,
Wow.
Yeah. But
heavy ass drums.
yeah, very, very good drums. But
It's really dense.
yes,
It's
very
hard,
dense.
yeah.
Yeah. Just recently, the Roots team just hit me up and they were like, "Yo, we are doing a 25-year anniversary, and we want you to be a part of it, like official remix."
Wow.
And they told me to take it down to every platform, and I did immediately.
That's why
That's
I can't find it.
crazy.
Yep.
Can you send it to me?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Can you send me a discography, everything you
Yeah.
said?
Oh yeah.
Send that link over here.
No, I'll send a link to y'all.
Wait,
Of
what are you
course.
talking about?
He says he has I guess like a Dropbox
Yeah,
link.
it's a Dropbox of just
Oh,
my
shit.
discography.
All his
Yeah,
shit.
I'll send it to y'all.
Why the fuck did I just drop?
I mean, I appreciate the dollars.
You gotta pay rent somehow.
I think I spent like $30 on this motherfucker. God damn.
It's a gas tank in Portland.
Yeah, I always hook up the homies. I love giving the Dropbox.
I pulled the
to homies.
trigger too early, man. I should have waited. God damn it. Wait, so that Sandstorm remix is going to be official.
Yeah,
By
it's my
Darude.
first. Yeah, by Darude. It's like my first official remix.
That's amazing.
That's crazy.
Yo, let's give this man a round of applause.
Thank you.
And what a classic banger to be.
Right?
First one, too. That's great.
It feels so crazy to be part of such a legendary dance song. Like
Yeah.
everyone knows that song.
Yeah.
That's great.
Is
That's
it like
awesome?
How many remixes are they doing for the 25?
I'm not too sure. I mean, a lot of the information has been like very. We haven't heard
Very
much
vague.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were just like, "Yo, we want to do it officially. Send us your information," and then kind of waiting to hear back at this point.
That's dope.
Holy shit. That's
Yeah.
going to release soon, probably in the fall, winter, yeah?
Yep, in the winter, yeah.
Wow, you're gonna have
25 years.
if your 2024 was great, you're gonna have an amazing 2025.
I hope so.
Keep the
I
momentum
really-
rolling.
Yeah, I really hope so. Yeah, the momentum is absolutely crazy right now.
That's a definite European tour. I feel like.
Totally.
Right?
Yeah, 2025. We're trying to plan. Focus on the
Adam's
US.
Adam's on the side drooling right now.
Yeah. Adam was already like on it, and it was like
Adam
we're
is-
doing
is your
UK
ma-
next year.
Adam is your manager.
Yeah. So very dope. Adam, it all happened naturally, which I really liked.
Is this just new that you have a manager?
Yeah, I did have a manager when I was Gang Signs back in the day that was doing stuff for me. But it's been a while since I've had representation. But yeah, Adam was like a friend of a friend. He was working with like one of my best friends, Young Skirt. He's like a beat producer and Twitch streamer, vocalist. Does some crazy stuff. But I just know him through him. And then Adam was just so kind enough to like start helping me. Like I didn't even ask Adam to help me. He was just like, "Yo, I got this for you. I got the show for you." And like I realized he was playing my edits, and I started sending him all my edits and stuff. And honestly, like that's like how like the Tinashe stuff happened. Like passed it on to Adam like before he was managing me, and then he like passed it over to Tinashe's team, and like I know his roster right now is just like super dope, and a lot of the producers on there are just like producers I really fuck with. So like
That's great.
yeah, it just happened naturally, and like I didn't ask Adam to do like the Tinashe thing, and like I guess I'm like the only person she follows on SoundCloud.
That's crazy.
It's like my account and my VIP account.
That's nuts.
Like 2.1 million.
Yeah.
2.1 million is fucking like you went platinum on SoundCloud.
Yeah, that was crazy. Crazy.
Do they send plaques or anything? Or
I
no?
wish. I would love a SoundCloud plaque.
Doesn't YouTube send that shit?
Yeah,
YouTube does. SoundCloud should.
They can't afford to.
Yeah,
do
they
that
can't
shit.
afford to. Yeah, they can't afford to.
You get like a fucking pamphlet in the mail.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Yeah.
You did something.
Yeah.
Wait, so a European tour. Maybe I'm smelling a European tour next year.
Yeah. That's the plan.
But then,
hopefully.
so this US tour you just finished.
Yep.
And then you're gonna do Asia?
Yeah, so we're about to announce our Asia tour. It's probably the biggest tour I've ever done. And for me, it feels like a tour because like this US tour is like, I'll play like, 3 shows a weekend and I'll go home and chill for the week. This one, like I am in Asia for a month straight, and I'm going to be playing like back to back most of the time. There's going to be some downtime, obviously, but like, yeah, it's like for all the way from October 25th all the way to December of like 5th.
Damn.
Yeah.
Are you gonna go back to the motherland? You going to Laos?
I wanted to go to Laos, but I don't think we were able to lock in anything in. But we did reach out to a promoter that does Laos and Thailand, and we've been in talks with them.
So what are the countries you're gonna go to?
So we're starting off in like Vietnam,
Okay.
and then we're gonna do Taiwan, and then hit China and Tokyo. It's a huge.
You're gonna be eating good out there, man.
Yeah, I'm really excited. Like, it's gonna be my first time in most of these cities, because like when I did go to Asia as a kid, I only went to like Thailand and Laos. I've always like wanted to go to like other places, but yeah.
So you're going to Japan?
Yeah, I'm going to Japan, Korea. We also have 5 dates in India too.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah,
It's gonna be great to see how your music resonates over there.
totally. I hear like the edit culture out there is crazy.
It's even bigger.
It's even bigger.
I was gonna ask you actually, like, if you can see the demographic of listens and views.
Oh,
or
yeah.
streams.
Yeah, you could on SoundCloud.
Oh yeah.
And I was wondering because I feel like the US is maybe the most ignorant when it comes to edits and DJs, right?
Totally.
And I feel like you probably have a bigger following in like Europe and Asia.
Yeah, my second most listened is Indonesia.
Wow.
Yeah, and I have friends out there, and like they're saying like
On
the
which
edit-
platform?
On SoundCloud.
On SoundCloud.
Yeah.
What's your number one? US?
US. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. Yeah, but Indonesia, they go hard with edits there. Like they know like every part of an edit too, which is crazy. Like
All the drops and
yeah,
builds.
all the drops and like how the drops go, and like even like small little production stuff that you could hear. They know it. It's crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's insane. I'm excited to witness it firsthand. There's was it
Manila?
Manila, yeah, Manila.
Oh, Manila, Philippines.
Yeah, Philippines. Yeah. The Orange Juice Asia guys, they go hard.
You got a
out
Filipino right next to you.
there. Yeah.
Don't take it personal.
Yeah, I don't know how to say that.
it's all good.
Cities out there. But yeah, they go hard in the paint out there, and
Do you want to get some like special edits ready for that?
oh yeah,
For that.
oh yeah,
Asia
for
tour?
sure. I'm gonna think of like some cool edits for sure. Right now, it's a blank slate because I haven't really thought of like I've kind of like started making another edit pack towards the Asia stuff, but like a lot of it's just like stuff that I've been doing for fun. Like,
Is it hard to produce while you're like touring and DJing?
oh yeah, totally.
Because I've never like I feel like it's really impossible to be in the same mindset when you're DJing and you're on the road, and then like to kind of like settle down and start producing. It's hard to juggle the two.
Yeah.
At the same time.
I'm still trying to find the balance between that. And
Yeah.
I was just like recently, I posted on my Instagram, I was like, yo, I know I haven't really seen anything in a minute, but I've been traveling, but I have the next month off and I am going to I'm planning on putting out something new.
Yeah, so your Patreon, you feel like you're neglecting your Patreon
exactly.
followers.
Yeah. But I mean, I have been like, something new that I've been doing is like I've been focusing on like YouTube content too. So like I've been doing like vlog content and stuff.
I saw that.
Yeah.
In New York.
Yep.
How was New York?
New York was incredible.
Yeah?
Yeah. It was my first experience in New York.
Was it your favorite city on your US tour?
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah. Playing elsewhere was...
Make it known,
yes,
bro.
Playing elsewhere was
Stop
hands
gassing this
down...
motherfucker.
Make it known.
hands down the best show I played all tour.
Elsewhere?
Is it elsewhere?
Yeah.
In Brooklyn?
Yeah, in Brooklyn.
I saw you tweet out something like this is the best fucking experience.
Yeah, it was incredible. Like the whole venue was even sick. I'm not.
What was the difference? What was the difference? For
just
you?
the energy of the crowd. I mean, for me too, is like I'm from the West Coast, and I've been trying to push like Jersey club and club music out here for so long.
Yeah.
And to finally go out east and play it and see how people react to it, I finally like felt it, and I know what it feels like to play like Jersey club in like the East Coast. And like it was the people that threw the party at Elsewhere, they're from Jersey, so like had a bunch of people from Jersey there, and the energy was insane.
Yeah, it's rough on the West Coast.
Yeah.
With some of these remixes, right?
I mean, luckily with with like Just Wanna Rock and stuff becoming popular,
Yeah.
it's getting there finally. Like people on the East Coast or West Coast finally kind of get it, but like, yeah, it's different out there.
What did you notice like when you were going on a tour in different cities? What were you noticing like the differences in how they're like kind of retaining the music or absorbing the music? Like LA, this was hitting more. New York, this was hitting more.
Totally. Like in LA, like all the world stuff, like
doesn't resonate. At all.
Yeah. Well, actually, the parties that I did are like very focused on like Baile Funk, and,
Okay.
like Jersey Club and stuff. But mostly they like just like Baile Funk out there at the parties that I did play in LA. But the major difference was like, going over the East and being like, oh, I have to really dig into my like club music bag.
Right.
Yeah. And
Because there's a deeper knowledge on the East Coast.
oh, totally. And like, it was really fun for me because I got to dig deep into like my old Jersey club crate and, playing really old J-Hood stuff and like...
Yeah, you were saying that like people were coming up to you like, yo, you from Jersey?
Yeah, totally. It means the world to me, but being an outsider, I know what the Jersey community is very like kind of gate kept.
They're really protective about that.
Yeah,
sound.
they're very protective about it, and because they've seen people not from there make Jersey club and then go off and tour and do things like that.
Right.
And for me, like, I was a fan first, and to be accepted by them means the world to me. Yeah. So like early on in my career, like, I had DJ Slink and Natus and Unique, like I'm proud to call them my friends, like my good friends these days. Yeah. They've always supported me, and yeah, it means the world. Even like the sample kit, the real Jersey Club sample kit, still gate kept to this day.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's so when you look at like EDM, do you consider Jersey Club in the midst of EDM?
Not really for me. I kind of feel like for me, I don't know what it exactly means, but I call it like post EDM world. Like that's kind of where like people like me, Eccentric, and Spider Tech are. We're like old EDM guys living in the post EDM world where we're just like doing like other genres of music now. Like, I don't know, like different styles of club music, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like more like club music and bass music is
Yeah.
how I kind of label like all of you guys as far as like where I put it in my crates when I'm like,
Yep.
DJing and stuff
Yep.
like that.
Yep.
What do you label it as?
I mean, for me, it really depends on like the kind of music they're making. Like his Baile stuff, I'll put on like a Baile crate or his
Right.
Jersey stuff. But like as far as my thought process of like all of you guys like as editors making different kinds of music, like I do see a distinction between like your EDM guys that you would see like hard ticket sales, main stage, and then
Yep.
like, bass music is its own like little world. No, I shouldn't say little world, but it's its own world, and club music is also like in that world too. And those crowds kind of but they appreciate different things, and like they're not to say one's bigger than the other, but like it's just they look at music and dance music differently depending on what they like or what they're looking for.
But it's
in the
getting
music.
more specific, right? Or has it always been specific?
From my perspective, I think that fans of bass music are more open to different sounds.
Yep.
In comparison to EDM, where like if you're someone that likes, let's say like hardcore, or you like tech house or something, you're just in that vein and then you stick there. Where like bass music, you listen to like trap, you listen to baile funk, you listen to everything.
Yeah, drum and bass,
D&B, like all of that stuff.
It's interesting for me because I'm like I've seen like the way like the EDM world just kind of like takes trends, and they eat it up and they like capitalize off of it.
Yep.
It's almost like, you know, like Afro house is like the new hottest trend.
Yep.
And it's like
last year was Amapiano. Like
it was like Amapiano. They're just taking everything from Africa.
Yep.
They're like, you know, Coldplay remixes, Afro house remixes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the craziest thing I saw recently was James Hype puts out like a vlog every week.
Yeah.
And a video like a month ago was like, oh, I came up with this new house genre. And he basically just made a tech house song and he put a log drum on it.
No.
And he's like, oh, it's a blend of tech house and Afro house and it's something new. I'm like, no, it's not.
No, it's not.
What the fuck?
I mean, there's a fine line, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So my question for you is this: you, Eccentric, and a bunch of editors and producers, you're hopping around so many genres. Do you ever feel like do you feel like people are gonna ever accuse y'all of appropriation, or like, you know, like, oh, you're making baile funk?
Oh, totally. I mean, I've been definitely accused of that in the past. My explanation is just like, yo, like, one, like, I'm a fan. Like, I'm a genuine fan of this styles of music. And like, and two is like, it's not that deep for me. Like, you know, like, I'm not trying to, like, it was never intended for me to get booked or, you know, do stuff with my career. It's just, that's how it happened.
I see producers more like inspiration wise, like inspiration driven. I've never been like, oh, there's some editors and producers that I'm like, oh, he's just hopping on that way.
Yeah, exactly.
Like with these guys, Eccentric, yourself, and other guys, I'm like, it's just inspiration. And like,
I feel like it really depends on how successful you are, right?
Yeah.
So like Steve Aoki, I remember there was a time when he was trying to make reggaeton or something.
Latin.
Oh yeah.
He was trying to like Moombahton reggaeton, out of nowhere, and it was just kind of like. Even I was just like, what are you doing?
Yeah, totally.
I definitely tweeted a few things. I was like, you know,
it's
exactly.
Kinda,
like, what are you doing, man?
Yeah, but I think, especially with you, like what you just stated about like all those like Jersey OGs is that you make sure to go out of your way to say like, these are the inspirations, these are the people that help like form my opinion on this style of music and why I'm a fan.
Yep.
And I think as long as you have that, whenever you dip into a new genre or you like do a new sound, like you're not going to get that as much hate as if you just like didn't say anything about it and didn't pay respects to the people that came before you.
Yeah. I do my best to like pay respects to the OGs, you know. If I ever feel like I'm like stepping on anyone's foot or anything, I'll back off, you know. There were moments, especially with some Jersey club stuff, where I did step back. I was like, yo, I'm gonna I'll do that. Yeah, totally.
Did someone hit you up or like?
Yeah, I mean, somebody hit me up that I really respected, and you know, it was just kind of like, they were kind of like, oh, you know, what you're making is not Jersey. It's like, because you're not from Jersey and blah, 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 blah. I was like, oh, damn, okay. Like, that kind of hurt, but okay. Like, and I did take a step back from it because like towards the end of like Gang Signs, I was doing like all like Jersey club. And then like I stopped and I came back and started doing, I guess like with Ballads, the whole idea with Ballads is just to train in a audience that was down for anything.
Right.
Yep.
So like you have to kind of make yourself versatile.
Yep.
So you're not like directly like taking something and claiming ownership, right?
Yeah. I don't claim ownership.
Because I was going to ask if like your baile funk remixes are hitting. Like I think the natural course for any producer DJ is like, I'm going to double down on baile funk.
Yep.
But you kind of got to just stay versatile.
Yeah. Like honestly, I would feel so silly if I tried to like come out with like a baile funk original song. Like I'm not from there. Like, and I know some people that have, and it's like, that's cool. Yeah. But like, no, I respect the culture too much. to do something like that.
Yeah, and your shit is good, man.
Thank you, man.
It's really good. So I don't think anyone's like,
Yeah, like I said, I'm a fan, man. That's the number one thing is like I want to express that I'm like a fan first.
Yeah.
of music. Yeah.
Who's your favorite like kind of DJ or producer right now that you kind of like, I don't know, that you're looking up to and they continuously inspire you?
Right now, a lot of inspiration. I've been getting a lot of inspiration to seeing like the Zach Fox wave lately.
Really?
Yeah, like seeing him, blow up is really cool. And
what's the story behind Zach Fox?
I mean, Zach Fox is like, he's like a comedian, actor. He's been on Twitter for so long. He's just like a guy.
Rapper.
Yeah,
everything.
rapper. Everything.
Renaissance
He's everything.
man.
I think he's like...
He's like a Childish Gambino?
Yeah, basically, yeah. And he's just like, he started doing a bunch of DJ stuff, and he's really blowing up right now. But you could tell that he's like really about the music, because like he's playing like old SoundCloud cuts that
Like deep cuts.
Yeah, deep cuts. And I'm like, damn, he's about this music. He's tapped in.
Like
And-
people with like less than 1,000 followers.
Yeah,
Like,
totally.
it's
And to
crazy.
see like someone like that be that tapped in is very inspiring.
Wow.
Yeah.
He recently played I think he was at Pangea Sound.
Yeah, he played my
Knuck If You Buck.
Yeah. And I got to meet him like shortly after that. It was really cool.
That's dope.
Yeah. I was just like at a show at the Echoplex. I was seeing Tisa Korean and
Great venue.
yeah, and standing right next to me was Zach Fox. I was like, oh, word. And Earl sweatshirt. I was like, oh, so this is some LA shit.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah, that was a big ass show.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of friends because I lived in that neighborhood.
Yeah.
So I saw a lot of friends at that show. I
Yep.
was like, oh shit, wait. Once you mentioned Echoplex, I was like, oh.
Yep.
Damn, he's kind of going after Donald Glover's
Yeah, he kind
slot,
of is.
right?
Totally.
He's like the 2020 Donald Glover.
You know what's funny? He used to.
Why you got to pit them against each other?
You know
They can
funny?
coexist.
No, you know what's funny? Childish Gambino hung around Silver Lake for like a long time. Like you'll see him walking around.
Or the UCLA campus.
Yeah, so now Echo Park, Silver Lake. I kind of see it.
Yeah.
Damn, he's chomping Zach Fox's shit, man.
Yeah.
Oh man, so like, what's next for you? You're gonna head to Asia?
Yeah, we got Asia coming up. That's like I said, that's like my biggest tour ever. My first time like in Asia, and also like first time doing it all solo too.
Yeah.
Definitely like part of me is very scared, but like I don't know. I've worked for this, and I think I'm ready to do something like this. I've been dreaming about doing a tour for so long, and I finally get to go out and do it into a country that I've always wanted to go to and tour. It's really cool.
Are you gonna
Fun,
do some?
man.
Are you gonna do some research on some of the countries and some of the songs that are hitting there and making remixes?
I already started like a YouTube playlist of stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
So like, if Indonesia is your biggest market,
Yeah.
what's like? Are you looking at their top 3 songs and like, I'm gonna make a ballads remix? Of all this shit?
Yeah, that's probably going to be the approach for it.
Yeah.
That's probably
dope. That's fucking nasty. I really love that. Also that Charlie XCX the 360 Glamorous.
Oh yeah,
that was sexy. I like.
yeah.
Pause.
That was all. That was like a homie that brought that idea up, and I was like, damn, bro, this mashup you have is great, but let me help you put it together. And it became like a collab that way. And like right now, that song's actually like really blowing up right now,
It's going
especially
off.
on TikTok and SoundCloud. Like over the last like 3 days, it's gotten like 800 likes on SoundCloud. Just like
Crazy.
I would love for you to make an edit of Guess with the Billie Eilish song.
oh
you like
yeah,
that one?
yeah, I do, yeah. I'm a big like I've remixed Charlie XCX so much.
Yeah,
that
she was
it's
one of
like
your
easy.
first.
Yeah,
early on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually do you who produced that? That was the guy, The Dare, right? Do you know of him? Know him?
No.
It's like a kind of a producer artist.
Okay.
That's been running. This is like blowing up in New York.
I like the girls that
Oh,
do
yeah.
drugs.
You heard this shit, right?
It was Phineas and the Dare.
Yeah, finish.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
His shit is like super electronic.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the hollow board days.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's completely like
Break rock.
reminiscent of
Yeah,
that shit.
yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know, man. I feel like I love that kind of New York kind of punk electro sound.
Yeah, it's super dope.
Yeah. But I don't want to plant any seeds, but I would love for you to play around with some of that
Oh,
shit.
Yeah,
Since we're-
absolutely.
you know
No,
what I'm saying?
I will. Yeah, I definitely will.
Yeah. That's dope.
And don't be afraid to get into the Latin market too.
Oh
Just
yeah,
saying.
yeah, totally. I've been asked.
I'll be your tester if you want. Bro.
Okay, yeah, I got you.
Yeah, why no Dembo? You know?
Yeah.
Why no
You know,
Dembo?
there are some old Dembo tracks.
Is there?
It's going to be in the discography when I send it.
Yeah, send that shit over, bro.
Yeah.
Exclusive.
Is there a genre that you don't really get to play or fuck with that you can't wait to tackle, or you're doing everything you love right now, pretty much?
Kind of. I guess there's this one genre of music. I don't really know how to even say it. Is it Guam or something like that? It's like GQOM. It's out of Africa. It's like a DJ Lag. Do you know DJ Lag?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like the innovator of that sound. But that sound right now is like really blowing up. And
What is it? What BPM?
it's kind of like 130, 125.
Okay.
Like, it's very African, but very hard hitting. Like,
So it's like an upbeat. I'm a piano.
kind
kinda
of,
Afro
yeah,
house
but very
blend.
like aggressive.
Yeah.
I know a lot of like the producers in the edit world are kind of moving towards that direction.
Yeah, because like some of the Rema shit, it's
Yeah.
been sounding good. It's been
Yeah.
like very like aggressive.
Yeah.
And it's been dope.
Yeah. Africa, as far as music culture right now, they're just running it. Everything is
The sounds is crazy.
great. Yeah.
It's crazy though in the US. It's like a lot of people are taking the sounds, but they're not really listening to the OG shit, right?
Honestly, like when I was like making I'm a Piano, like as soon as like someone from Africa told me like, yeah, we don't play that shit. We don't play like those edits here. As soon as I heard that, I'm like, all right, I'm kind of done making I'm a Piano.
You know what's insane right now is like I'm a Piano and Afrobeats is like contemporary R&B for like upscale restaurants. now.
Totally.
It's the most bizarre shit in the
Yep.
world.
Yeah.
So like the most whitest like upscale restaurant, like
the BPM just fits that vibe.
Yeah, you'll be chilling.
yeah,
and
but
then you
yeah,
hear
it's also no
another
one's,
banger.
It's the closest thing. It's the closest thing to like R&B, right?
Yeah.
And it's like it has this like very sexy Sade kind of
Yep.
like
It's funny because
energy.
It's non-threatening.
yeah,
That's what it is.
it's very smooth.
So like all these restaurants are like, asking for like these Afro house,
So
I'm a
funny.
piano Afrobeat playlists, but they
Yeah.
want like Monica on it. They
Yeah.
want
Yeah.
like a Monica remix. I'm a piano.
Sade remix for sure.
It's-
for sure.
But it's like everyone from like South Africa and like Nigeria, they're not playing that shit at all.
No.
But it's only in the US.
Yep.
And it's like this particular like upscale lounge restaurant scene that like want that shit played.
Yep.
It's-
Yeah, they're the ones playing that
incredible.
Maroon 5 on a Piano edit.
Yeah.
Oh god. Oh my god. That's callback. God. Oh. I still can't believe that shit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, but before we end this, I don't want to take
Yeah,
too much of your
yeah, yeah.
time. Yeah. But before we end this episode, do you want anything you want to shout out or plug or anything?
Promote.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely want to like shout out my homie Jake from Up Records. They definitely like were the first people to put me on and like welcomed me with open arms, and that label itself like opened my eyes as far as edits and how far edits could go. So shout out to them for reals. Shout out to Adam. Adam's been a really big help for the career so far, and we've just started working together, and like love that it just feels natural and doesn't feel forced. So shout out to Adam. Shout out to just like everyone in Portland. Like
Yeah.
you don't hear too many Portland DJs out there, Yeah, and I could have moved to LA a long ass time ago, and
Thank
just
God you didn't.
yeah, and now I'm too old for that shit.
I used to do it.
Do you
but
think you ever
thank
want to like start something local, like a party?
Yeah, I mean, I did throw a party in Portland for like 5 years at this spot called Holocene with like my homie Conrad. Shout out Conrad.
What were y'all playing over there?
We were a SoundCloud party. So like,
That's tight.
yeah, so we were just booking SoundCloud artists. We've had like, brought all the Jersey guys out. Like that was like my number one priority. I wasn't getting booked for any like Jersey club type parties or anything. So I just ended up doing it myself.
Oh wow.
Yep.
It's so insane. I'm so like a part of the commercial like nightlife, open format club scene that like only like the real huge bangers would leak over to me. And there's this complete underworld,
Oh yeah.
of all of this shit. that
Totally.
I'm kind of just starting to learn about it like the last 2-3 years. And maybe it was a part of Twitch that had something to do with that,
Yeah,
Oh,
totally.
definitely.
And I think it's really interesting that in 2020, a lot of editors, it's like a pivotal year for editors and producers It's like you guys really had a time to shine. And you guys are capitalizing on all your efforts and your production, you know, in 2023 and 2024, which just so happens to be during a time when new music isn't resonating. And they almost need you guys, right?
Totally,
it's
totally.
like people need the editors to like either remix current music or to like kind of revitalize old music, nostalgic music that's even bigger now. Like when we're in the club scene right now, like a majority of what I'm playing is all throwbacks.
10, 15 years ago.
Totally, absolutely.
But great edits and remixes of them.
Yeah. But it's kind of like everything that happened in 2020, it's set up everything for what's happening now. It's interesting. Right?
Yeah, it's very interesting, and like I said, I'm so thankful. Like at the beginning of 2020, I was in the mud. Like I mean, still kind of am, but like I was like, you know, eating Little Caesars every day because that's all I could afford type shit. Like couldn't even pay rent. And then like, now 2024, I'm like finally like out on the road, finally being able to pay my bills. Like I feel thankful and I feel really lucky.
Ordering Pizza Hut
crazy.
now. Like,
We got on Pizza Hut. We're on Domino's Pizza Hut.
for a $5 pie.
Yeah.
You know what? $25 pie.
It's interesting though, like, you know, when I had DJ Newmark here, you're going to have like, it's like, you know, this year, like this 5-year pocket, you're going to have these 5 years back to back to back. So there's going to be a downtime.
Oh, yeah.
And then an up point and then a down and up. And we're just like, it just constantly keeps happening.
Yep.
And it's almost like you get used to it and you start like understanding when you have to be productive, when it's down.
Yep.
And then when you have to be grateful and thankful and ready for like when shit goes viral or when it pops off.
Yep.
But,
the shit is waves.
It's waves.
Yep. It's ups and downs.
Yeah. But I'm looking forward to everything. And I want to make sure that you know that for every down it goes up. And I think you know that. And I think it's honestly, your story is beautiful, bro.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
And we're really happy for all the success
Thank you, bro.
you're getting right now, and even more success that's going to come.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's an absolute honor to be on this show. I've been watching y'all forever, listening to you guys forever.
It.
Like
Let
you
us
guys,
know-
every time I'm on a plane, it's Road Podcast.
Hey.
Oh man,
What a cosign.
he's really
He's really rolling.
I
You're
try to be
already on.
tapped
We're
in.
gonna put
I
your
try to be
episode
tapped
out.
in.
Yeah.
I try to be tapped in.
We're gonna release this for sure. Like you're on the seller.
No, but maybe you can give us some Patreon tips later.
Yeah. For sure,
Yeah.
I mean, there's definitely some ways to approach Patreon, and we can talk about that later.
Send that link too.
It's a real honor, and I can't wait to see you again. Hopefully, I'll see you live.
Yeah,
one of
absolutely.
these days, maybe
Yeah.
next year.
I'm excited for those Asia vlogs from you.
Yes, the
I'm
Asian
excited
vlogs
for
are
that.
fun. Yeah.
Make sure you document the good food.
Oh
you know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
I'm so ready to eat out there.
Yeah,
sir.
man. And then send us those edits. Cause,
I got you. I'll do a refund too.
I'm just playing. Maybe just
Tyrone Bigham's over here.
maybe $15. You know, give me $15.
Okay.
Give me 50% back.
I'll get you on the Venmo.
No. Believe me, I'm happy to pay. I'm more than happy to pay.
I appreciate it, yeah.
Man. And I'm gonna join your Patreon too as well.
I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you. Yo, Ballads. Thank you for coming through, man.
Thank you. I'm honored.
If you want to watch more episodes from R.O.A.D Podcast, click either links on the left or the right. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube page and get updated on new uploads throughout the week. Peace.